Hello YouTube! Welcome back to Yorkshireman66. My name is Mark, your host for today. Now, I'm hoping I'm going to be talking about mental health. Obviously, I said I'd do it on a monthly, bi-monthly basis, which I'm doing. It's a new month. So I'm going to talk about mental health. I think it's a very important thing to talk about. And I honestly think it should never be ashamed of. Never to be ashamed of. Always put it out there. I suffer from mental health illness myself. It's nothing to be ashamed about. I'm not ashamed of it. I just find out the more I talk, the better I feel. So I thought I'd share this particular thing and hopefully give you some tips. Now, if you do want help and you want to talk to somebody straight away, the Samaritans helpline is there for you on 116 123. Remember that number, the Samaritans helpline. It's there 24 hours, 116 123. Worth giving them a talk to. I've used them in the past, and yeah, they've talked to me that, and they've got me through crisis and that, and they've helped as much as they can. Basically, they're there to listen to you, and hopefully give you some good advice. And that, I think, best advice I got given was to go to my GP. But I'm here hopefully to, if you are feeling down and you don't want to go out, well, that's the wrong thing to do. You have to go out. It's always better to do your exercise, go do your shopping and things like that. I know that you might be able to talk. There might be somebody out there who wants to talk to you. You just don't know. But my tips is, I've got some good tips. And my tips is keep active. Keep your mind active. Don't think about what's going on with the crisis or the lockdown. The government, I know they're daft and they're idiots and they think they know what they're doing, but they don't. But forget all about that. Keep active. And what I mean by that is, well, 1, you can go out for a walk. 2, cycle ride. 3, you can go jogging and things like that. And also try and keep out for a bit longer than what you would usually do. So keeping your mind active as well. I mean, all right, you come back from your walk and you want to sit down and relax. Well, instead of watching telly and the stupid corona, these COVID-19 updates, why don't you go out and watch a couple of TV programs like DVDs? You must have some DVDs about your house. Put them in and watch them. Basically, that's what I do. I watch my favourite Thunderbirds. That's what I do. I've got others. I've got other things what I do. Like Space 1999, things like that. And I do play. Also, if you're a gamer, you'll have loads of games. Or hopefully you've got some games. PS4 games are brilliant. Battlefield 1, fantastic game. So, keeping your mind active is a very good thing. Watching YouTube is a very good thing. Subscribing to YouTube, to my channel, is another very good thing. But yeah, that's my tips is, do your exercise, keep your exercise. But while you're in house, keep your mind active. Don't let it, shut down really. Keep your mind active, and hopefully you'll get through it. And hopefully you get through it with a little bit. Well, you'll get through it with a lot of respect from other people. You know what I mean? We are not supposed to be locked away in our little houses like we are. It's just not meant to be. And there is some people out there who think, I'll do what I want. Well, that's fine by you. You know what I mean? Just be careful, because if you get caught, you're going to get a 200 quid fine. And I won't want that myself. But yeah. So keep active, go out. Go out and about and enjoy yourself if you can. I know it sounds a long time. I used to go out and buy from CX. Yeah. Remember those days when you could go buy games from shops? Yeah. Seems a long way away now, doesn't it? But there you go. Well, that's what I used to do. That's what I used to look forward to. Now, what I look forward to now is creating new content and videos for YouTube. Hopefully to entertain you, to keep your mind off nasty things like your mental health issues and things like that. But a lot of people do have mental health issues. I've definitely got mental health issues. I know it. I mean, I get paranoid. And I do get paranoid. When I get paranoid. But, you know, that's just one aspect of it. Anxiety, PTSD, it is all bad news. Yeah, I mean, it's alright people laughing at people. Oh, well, yeah, mental health, it's not real, is it? Well, yes, it is real. People don't choose to have it, you know. The mental health situation, it chooses you. You don't choose it. And it's as simple as that. You know, people don't decide to become like that. You know what I mean? It does happen. And it's happened to me over the years on quite a few occasions. The worst, well, I would say the worst one is my car crash 7 years ago. I could have died in that car crash. A near-death experience, what I had. I could have died, but I didn't. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to tell the tale. You know, through modern medicines and science, I'm here. I'm alive. It's as simple as that. I have a lot to be thankful for. What I couldn't get my head around is, why did I live? I couldn't get my head around that. And to this day, I don't know the answer to that question. Why me? Why did I live? Why am I not dead, basically? And I couldn't get my head around it. And I got overwhelmed by that. And I had to have a lot of help. And a lot of help I did get. I've had counselling for it and things like that. Now, I was warned, as my PTSD calms down, other things could kick in, like anxiety levels going up and things like that. And they're not wrong. PTSD has gone down and anxiety levels have gone up. It's basically, it's the way of it is. Now, what will happen is your anxiety, I get to the top and then suddenly start to fall again, hopefully. And when that happens, then hopefully my paranoia will just melt away, I'm hoping. Yeah. Luckily, I've only been paranoid a couple of times. But through this lockdown, I learned from the first lockdown. So through this lockdown, what I've been doing is watching a lot more DVDs, watching a lot more TV on something what I want to watch. I limit what comes into my life. You know, I mean, I limit the news, I limit everything else. I don't want to listen to Boris Johnson about COVID and all like that. You know what I mean? Life's tough enough. What I think the government are doing is using this as a weapon against us, really. You know, if government think, oh, well, they're getting a bit too cocky, we'll put them back in lockdown. They're using it to beat a stick with us, basically. Beat us with a stick, sort of thing. As I am just glad that my parents are not alive to see this, because they'd be disgusted. But mental health is no joke. Like I say, mental health is what it is. If you've got it, you've got it. And I really do feel sorry for you. If you do get it, I mean, there's help out there, but it's getting that help. It's getting harder. And we all know Boris Johnson's promise in the general election was to really, you know, he were going to rehash, you know, he were going to look at mental health and really put more money into it and things like that. Well, I don't see all of that coming. At the moment, all I see at the moment is people locked away in his own homes, where apparently we're just prisoners in his own home. It is absolutely stupid. But like I said, you take my tips, you go cycling, walking, running, shopping, you keep that all going. Now, if you're working through this, if you're lucky to have a job, I haven't. I'm not that lucky. I've been for interviews, but yeah, I mean, you might as well just, it's just like buying a lottery ticket at the moment. Yeah, I mean, so if you are lucky to be working, then be thankful and go to work if you can safely. And it's as simple as that, really. I mean, I've been I mean, I love to go to work, but I've been looking at jobs locally. Nope. I've had interviews for jobs local, but there's too many people. There's a hell of a lot of people who are wanting them jobs. So I've got no chance really at the moment. But hopefully things will get better and better and better as this crisis hopefully diminishes. And it wants to diminish very quickly, because there's people out there who have got mental health problems through basically losing the business. You know, they sat wondering how they're going to put money on the table to support their families. And they've got their own business. And them small private businesses, people may laugh at this, but those private businesses are going bust. And once they're gone, they're gone. It's as simple as that. And really, this government ought to look at that and be ashamed of themselves. And I mean be ashamed of yourself. Especially Boris Johnson. Be ashamed of yourself, mate. You really should be ashamed. You know, you should never shut down the shops. You should never have done the lockdown in the first place. Proven that it absolutely worked. Here we go for a third time. Well, if first two didn't work, what third one won't work? Yeah. But you can't tell these people. It's because they think they know better than us, which they don't. But the government are there to protect themselves, not us, as I found out in a documentary. So that's what they do. They protect themselves, and they don't give a monkey's uncle about us, really. You know what I mean? That's the way of the world. That's what my parents tell me. No government cares about its people, which they don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, basically. They wouldn't be hurting our economy like they are, or beating us with a stick. What they'll be doing is saying, okay. You know what I mean? Shops reopen. Yeah, this is meant to be. I mean, what Boris calls non-essential shops, I call essential. I really do. I mean, I went into the supermarket and you can't buy any clothing. It's all food. There's no clothing, no DVDs, all like that. You can't buy anything like that. You can't even buy children's toys from Sainsbury's at Wakefield. I'm telling you, you can't buy out like that. Bare Men's is completely different, because you can. And I think you can, and at Home Bargains, you can buy toys from Home Bargains as well. But what he calls non-essential, you know, it's basically toys, DVDs and things like that. Well, I think for people's mental health, they are essential, especially books, reading books and things like that, and also clothing. We all need clothes. So what we're going to do, Boris, when we all run out of clothes? Walk down the street, start bollock naked. You're going to love that, aren't you? You know what I mean? So that's where the mental health aspect comes into it. Because people are being told what they can't do, and then they're being told what they can do, but there's two different stories going on. And there is. On one hand, the government tells you, this is what you can't do. So all non-essential shops are to close, which they have. They have closed. Right? Then we are told, yes, you can go out and exercise, yes, you can do your shopping, as long as it's an essential shop. But what's essential to you is to you, basically. So Boris says, yeah, you can do that. And then you get the police say, oh, no, you can't do that. Well, Boris says I can exercise, pal. Oh, no. But I'm thankful that I live in Wakefield. I'm thankful that I live in West Yorkshire, basically. I live in a place called, city centre of, City of Wakefield. Now, I'm thankful for our police, because our police seem to look at it this way. When I go shopping, I have never been stopped by the police. They've looked, but they've never stopped me. I've always gone into a supermarket. I've always been polite. I've always been respectful of other people's space and things like that. But I hear horror stories where people shopping's been gone through and things like that. I think, well, lucky that it hasn't happened here, where I live, because it hasn't. My experience with the police is a very good one, actually. I don't have anything bad to say about the police. When they get it wrong, then I will say something about it. But I'll say something to the right people at that particular time. I won't say it on YouTube, but I will say it to the police commissioner. And it's as simple as that. And if he chooses then to take that on, then fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if I think the police have been a bit of a bully, then I'm going to say something about it. I'm going to say, well, don't you think you're being a bit harsh here and you're a bit bullying? And if they say, well, no, well, I think you are. I think you're being too harsh and things like that. be polite. Always be polite. I do. I'm polite as much as I can be to the next person. But this is what I'm saying. Mental health comes in all forms, disguises. The main one, what people are getting mental health problems with, is unemployment, lack of jobs, which there is. Our hospitality industry has gone down the tubes. I mean, the pubs won't come back from this. There's restaurants what may be open or may not be open for takeaway only. Cinemas, I don't know about cinemas. I don't think they're open. Things like nightclubs. There's nothing out there open. So you can't have that release, stress release. You know what I mean? What I find to do is I go for a walk and scream, and I do, and I literally top of my voice, I go I scream, and that releases. It really does release. People might think, what the frick? But it helps me. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what I would honestly say, if you've got Facebook, try video calling people. You know what I mean? Try it all the time. So video call people. Have a face-to-face discussion, because that's what we're meant to be. We're not meant to be a lonely people. We're meant to have girlfriends and then get married. Well, I don't know what happened there with me, but I had a girlfriend, but she didn't want to marry me, and then she didn't want me because she found somebody else, which she took me to go out with another person. I find it. I know it's mental, isn't it? I find it strange myself, because she threw me to go out with him. She went out with him for 2 years and then he died. So, not being funny, I went up and I says, do you think it were worth it? She goes, what? Dumping me for him? And she didn't say no. I thought, okay. And then I got a text message about a month ago. No, it bloody won't. Regrets or what? But never mind. She chose that, So that's what I mean is, we're not meant to be alone. I'm on a date. I'm on Facebook dating. I'm trying to get a date, and you think, well, I know it's lockdown, but if I can talk to someone, and they do video calling, I mean, we a chance, really. If they see my personality, me evolving and things like that, they think, You know what I mean? That's why I'm like I'm on these videos now. People say to me, but you've been somewhat what you're not. No, I'm not. If you met me in real life, the way I act on the video is how I act in real life. And people go, oh no. It's right though. It's absolutely right. I do act like this in real life. As I'm talking to you now, I go down the street acting like this. It's me. That's my personality. That's me. I learned a very big lesson 7 years ago. And 7 years ago, because I nearly died, I learned a big lesson. Enjoy your bloody life. So that's what That's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life. I just want a female company to do it with. You know what I mean? Who shares the same kind of hobbies as me. Who wants to go camping and things like that. But it hasn't happened yet. You know what I mean? So so there's all sorts of shapes to it. Like I said, mental health is mental health. And I always feel, after this discussion what we've had here now for nearly 19 minutes, I feel better already. I feel I'm getting things out in the open and things like that. I'll admit, I've been feeling depressed. Over it. It's because we've been told we can't do something. That's what's getting to us. Because we've been told, well, we can't do it. But Boris can do it. Boris has been caught on camera, hasn't he? Going through London on a push bike. Cycling. Think about it. He was cycling. 7 miles away from... he was cycling. I mean, he's breaking his own law there. He went from Downing Street all the way down to... Is it East London, somewhere like that? But Boris broke his own... He broke the lockdown rule. And nothing can happen to him because he's the Prime Minister. They can do what they want. We do it. We get into trouble. We can get up to £200 fine, or we can find ourselves in court within 24 hours and put in prison for 6 months. It's all wrong. So like I say, the main contributory to all of this, mental health, and we are going through a mental health crisis. And people say, well, how do you know? because I do. I see the statistics, I see the figures all the time. I mean, the figures for suicide is unbelievable. This year alone, it's up by, what, 10%? If it goes up by 8%, it's another 18%. You don't want that. Last March, it was 18% of mental health. And if that ain't a mental health crisis, then I don't know what is. It's already up by, it's already at 10%. It's suicide rates. And you might not hear it on the news, but it is happening. It is happening. Sorry about that. If you were Siri, then she butts in like hell. She was ringing someone who may help. I don't think so. So, like I'm saying, I feel like I've lost the thread now. But like I was saying, mental health comes in all shapes and forms and things like that. But like I said, the main one is that the government can break their own rules. We can't. Oh, we're not allowed. We are frowned upon. And people said to me, and they say to me all the time, now it's been said on YouTube, not on my channel, but it has, yeah, I mean, because I do respond, and I do respond on Twitter. And I think the government have got all this wrong. And I've got people, well, don't blame Boris Johnson. He hasn't done no wrong. I think, well, yes, he has. It's his fault we're in lockdown, pal. And we shouldn't be. But we are. Yeah, I mean. Oh, well, it's to get rid of virus. People need to learn. You're not going to get rid of a virus. You don't get rid of a flu virus. How many different strains of flu virus is there? There's thousands. You know what I mean? It's exactly the same with COVID. There'll be another variant coming out and then they'll lock down again. It's all wrong. Boris is getting addicted to locking us down. And this is all wrong. You know what I mean? That power, what he has, it's only ministerial decree power. That needs to be taken away from him and say, look, Boris, enough is enough. Because if he doesn't start responding and listening to the public, and the public are saying, we need help for our business. I know a friend of mine, he's got a business, he employs 20,000 people, he can't get on furlough. Government has said no. The only people who can get on furlough is these multinationals, you know, like Sainsbury's and things like that. You know what I mean? My mate, 20,000 people rely on him, and he's a food processing plant. Well, no, he can't get any help. He has to suffer like us. Unless that's what you done. He said, well, I can't afford to run it because I can't get any help. Government won't bail me out. Yeah, help me with a grant, like they said they would. So he's had to shut it. You think, wow, and that's all wrong. So, and then he's going to decline. He's going to where he's not talking. And if he is talking, he's very snappy towards his partner. And I says, just bear with it. She says, what you mean? So I give her some advice. I say, look, it's not his fault what he's going through. She says, yeah, I've seen letters, you know what I mean? He says, but what gets me is, he's trying to take it all on himself. I says, he can't. He'll realise that. And I says, you know that right now, so try and help him out. And she tries to take off the load. And that, but he's very snappy. He's like withdrawn into himself, and that's mental health. And I told her he needs to see someone. He needs to see his doctor and things like that. And now he's done that, and now he's into talking to someone. Well, he's got a psychiatrist. He's talking to a counsellor, psychiatrist, psychologist, and things like that. And he's now becoming out of his shell again, and he's realising, things he can't control because they're not in his control. What he can control is the business itself, but he can't control what happens within that, if you know what I mean. He can't control the government from locking down or all like that and things like that. So what he has done is moved his business and saying, look, we're still supplying, they're just not open to the public. Well, what he's done is gone online. He gets online orders, and that's how he does it. So anybody who food processing plant and things like that, it's a private one. He owns his own mini mart and things like that, but he does deliver to other people's shops and things like that. So, but he does it all online. and it takes less staff, and he's had to let most of his staff go. But that's just another way of doing it. And people say, "Oh yeah, he'll be all right." No, not really. He's not going to be all right. The private sector is never going to be all right. It's the public sector what's quite safe, actually, when you think about it. But the private sector and the small businesses are what are suffering. And Boris has no intentions of helping them whatsoever. And that's what's creating this mental health crisis. And we are going through a mental health crisis each way. I don't know if you've heard that he could extend this lockdown, and he could extend it by July or September. Yeah, right. He's nuts. We're starting 2021 like we did, more or less 2020. This is all wrong. You cannot take people's lives away from them, Boris. And you are doing. People are committing suicide. Literally. You know what I mean? You don't help our veterans. People who've fought for this country. You don't give a... Well, they don't give a monkeys about them. But what I'm saying is, we have veterans what are homeless. And they need help. They've got mental health problems as well. You know what I mean? And Boris Johnson is not listening to this. He's meant to reform the mental health programme, but he hasn't. He hasn't done nothing. His excuse is, COVID comes first. No, it don't. Run the country, pal. Run the country how you should be running it. Don't be passing the buck on to somebody else. If you can't do the job, Boris, step down and let someone who can. It's as simple as that. But there you go. I don't want to rant on too much about it, but this is meant to be about mental health. But that's the indicator for mental health. It's Boris and the government's particular fault that people are going through this mental health crisis, because he's not willing to help people at all. He's expecting people unemployed, like me, like you, like everybody else, to 140. Is it 100? I think it's about £148, isn't it now? To a fortnight to survive on that. Really? Really, Boris? Should be double that, mate. We should be on 300 quid a fortnight. At least that much. Not 140 odd a fortnight. It's about 148 or 149 pounds. But it's not enough, is it? It really is not enough. That's why you've got people who can't eat properly. That's why you've got children who can't eat properly. Things like that. We are going through a crisis. But it's not one of our making. It's the government's making. And they don't really care. Like I said, they don't care. They're protecting themselves and that's it. At the end of the day. But they are making laws what we have to obey. Even though we think they're stupid, we still got to obey them, because if we don't, we get into big trouble. It's as simple as that. So, I do apologise for this rant, but I wanted to bring this, video. So, it's mental health. Again, talking about mental health again. I know it won't get many views on that, but at the end of the day, this might help people. And like I say, if you ring the Samaritans 24-hour helpline at 116 123, there will be somebody there 24 hours a day to listen to you and talk to you and hopefully advise you on what to do. That's what they're there for, the Samaritans, so please use them. If you need them, use them. If you can't get in touch with your own doctor, ring the Samaritans. They may be able to help you get help as well. It's as simple as that. So, if by any chance you've liked this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon and it all. That will let you know when I'm putting up another video. But please subscribe if you really want to subscribe. Please share this video to Facebook, Twitter, to your friends and family who may this video may help. You just don't know. I know it's my own experience, but at the end of the day, this is what I've done. This is what I've had to do. You know what I mean? And hopefully, it might help you. But it's my own experience. So I am not qualified to give you medical advice. What I'm saying, this is what I've done, and I'm advising you if you want to talk to somebody. Then talk to the Samaritans at 116 123. That's a 24-hour outline. They will help you. As simple as that. And until the next video, I shall catch you later.